final day of Rally Saudi Arabia, the final day of the 2025 WRC. We have to start by congratulating the legend, Sebastian Ogier, 9 times World Rally Champion. David Evans, that's something.
It's got a ring to it, hasn't it?
It's got a great ring to it.
Got a real ring to it.
But I tell you what, it was a process in getting there this weekend. There was a whole load of drama, a whole load of heartache, a whole load of, well, just...
Emotion.
Emotion, David, exactly
Emotion.
that. A whole load of emotion along the way. Where do we start? Where do we start? We'll get to Ogier, we'll get to that tremendous title battle. Let's start, shall we, with Martin Cesks.
Oh.
Obviously leading this rally over the course of the weekend. It was a magnificent weekend for him, but ending in disappointment, 2 punctures and then retirement before the final stage was a bitter blow. Oh, do you know what?
Yeah.
He's had a great weekend, David.
He demonstrated he's ready to win a rally, which is quite remarkable. How he got there, why he got there, that's almost for another day. But he was in with a very strong shout of winning this rally.
And do you know what was really impressive about that? It wasn't because he inherited positions. It wasn't because other people had issues.
Started on Thursday.
One stages, kept winning,
Yep.
and on he went. Martin Cesks, you did a great job this weekend.
Yep.
David, there were lots of memorable stages here in Saudi this weekend, but the one that will live long with me was the penultimate stage. It just all kicked off in that stage this morning. 2 punctures for Martin Cesks in that stage. Real disappointment for him. Takamoto Katsuta, my calculations, I think he was up to second, and then absolute disaster for him. That Katsuta moment, it was the way his season had been going, but you know what impressed me was the recovery.
Pretty much the same as Japan. You know, the ability to work on the car. Yeah, it was a disaster. Like you said, it was, from the sounds of it, it was a pace nut that was overly optimistic. And it was one of those little banks, those little berms at the side of the road that we looked at and thought, not so bang, in over reasonable amount of damage, two punctures. Had to pull the screen out, actually not too much damage, bit of a fire, but I soon got that sorted.
Well, thank goodness.
Yeah, absolutely, but
You
know. not the best way for Taka to end his year, but move on. You know, he's learned loads. Yeah.
But listen, if you want to know a little bit more and not move on quite yet from the Taka video, where can our wonderful viewers have a look at it? Up there.
Right up there.
Up there. There's a little bit more detail on the Taka incident.
more detail.
A lot more detail on the Taka incident. Well said, David Evans. That wasn't the end of the drama in that stage. Adrian Formeau, he got caught in the dust from the ailing Martin Cesks. Kalle Rovanperä picked up a puncture. It was really a rally-defining stage because before that stage, you know, the point differential between Evans and Ogier was still manageable from Evans's point of view. With the fact that Ogier was then propelled into the podium position, it made it almost impossible for Evans.
Oh my goodness, God, I will stop banging on about those last 3 miles at some point in the next 10 years, probably. He was incredible. He was absolutely imperious. Just every corner, flat. Everything, you're looking at these rocks thinking, no. Oh, he's done it. It was incredible. He built an 8-second lead over Elvin on Super Saturday terms going into the power stage. The deal was done. The championship was sorted there. 9 times. How does that feel?
Of course, I'm super happy, but it's not even the 9. It's just like, of course, making this championship 1 more times is I just struggle to put word on it right now. I need a bit of time to process all. Just feel empty, like always after such a demanding race. But this journey and this year has been incredible. So glad to be there, to come back on 9. Of course, even if it wasn't a real target or a fixation and objective, it was. It feels great to join Daniel and Seb on top of the WRC ranking. Of course, I'm when I started back in 2008. Okay, they were not yet 9, but they were already like dominating the sport a lot, and they were achieving numbers that many people, probably me included, were thinking will never be matched or probably take ever. But records are here to be broken, so they're not broken just yet.
Just a word on the fight, the rally, and Elvin, the battle with him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's very important to say that, you know, this championship feels good also because of the battle that we had. And Elfin and Scott has been very, very strong, very consistent whole year. And the fight lasted up to the very last stage of the season, so that shows how intense it was.
Ehrlich, Brother.
Ui, cool.
Papa.
Warte, den musst du mir auch.
Siehst du, the factory is not important anymore.
I can't say, I'm sorry because it's not like this in sport, but
No.
you will have deserve it.
Great season.
6 wins, you come to. Gonna miss you next year.
And we will go on holiday with him.
Wagner is going to be here to push myself to the limit like you always do. Congrats. Thank you, mate, for all the years. I say thank you to you. All the best. I'm sure they'll see you one day again, kicking some ass. But now, do that on track. That would be great also.
Yeah, it was an incredible performance from Sebastian Ogier and a demoralising time, unfortunately, for Elfyn Evans. Elfyn still had his fate in his own hands going into this morning. It slowly slipped away from him, and in that stage, it more or less disappeared. And Evans, we have to praise Elfyn Evans. It's been a remarkable year. For a big majority of the year, he's been opening the road. He opened the road here. It was clearly a big disadvantage. Evans is second again in the championship, David, for I think the 5th time. Is that right?
You could see in that same stage, in that middle stage, you could see that Elfyn was frustration. And he talked a lot about the sand and trying to find a way to drive these cars. You know, you go piling into the sand, and the sand absorbs so much of the energy of the car.
It's like a brake as well. It's like,
Totally.
you know.
And Elfyn was then saying, how hard can he push? How much, and he can lean on the sand an awful lot.
I really think that next year is their year, and I don't think he needs to change anything. I think the same approach next year will deliver the world title for him. Consistency is key.
Probably a few too many key battles where I came off second best to really make the difference. Japan, Chile, Canaries, against Cesks especially, that we probably were in the ballpark to take him on for the win and didn't, in the end come through. So I think there's many moments in the season where that point swing would have made a huge difference.
What lessons can he take into next year then from what you've just said?
Maybe I have to be a bit more risk on, but of course one of my strengths has always been my consistency, and you can't neglect that completely. Obviously Seb has been on another level to the rest of us this year, and of course to try and take him on needs a bit more, perhaps a bit more aggression.
We were very privileged, David, to be in amongst the Toyota team for that moment, that victory moment with Sebastian Ogier today, and our Club DirtFish members. They're fortunate.
Yeah,
they've
they were
joined
there
Club
with
DirtFish.
us.
They were there with us. They've made the decision to join Club DirtFish, and they were there with us. Press the button, subscribe, come along and join us. You know what? There's always a lot of emotion around at the end of a season, particularly a tough season like this one. But added emotion this evening in the service park in the media zone, saying farewell to two of the sport's biggest characters, biggest achievers, to Kalle Robben.
Farewell?
Well, certainly farewell to one of them, to Kalle Robben Pera, and maybe see you soon to Oit Tanak. But
See you soon to
there
both.
was proper emotion there. There really was.
Yes. And if you miss Rellington, we go test your corona maybe.
Yeah, I tell you what, we mustn't forget the co-drivers in all of this. Jonny Holtonen, what a character he's been, what a servant he has been for Toyota and clearly for Kalle Robben Pera, one of the biggest characters in the service park. Chuck Norris, Martin Järveoja, he's given us many fabulous one-liners. We're saying goodbye to them as well, but again, let's hope we see them both before too long back in the service park.
Our first ever interview as DirtFish was with you. It does feel emotional to have your last interview with DirtFish. A word maybe for the DirtFish viewers that you brought along on the journey?
Yeah, I mean, I actually remember, the beginning of DirtFish, and it was great times. So far it's been, I think you guys, a car stopped somewhere in the field in the middle of the stage. it's never the first guys, our media crews or somebody from the team to come to us to collect us. It's always the DirtFish which you see coming across the field or through the forest somewhere running. So it's yeah, I must say sometimes you are quite impressive.
Thank you. Thank you.
David, if we cross the service park to Hyundai, really pleased to see Hyundai finishing what has been a tremendously difficult year on a high. I predicted a 1-2-3. I predicted a 1-2-3, but a 1-2 was more than good enough
I'll give
for
you that
Hyundai.
one.
More than good enough for them. And so important, David, so important for the championship that they didn't lose hope. That
And
they
for
took that-
Thierry.
and for Thierry.
Great for Thierry.
But for the team, I think almost more importantly, you know, it was for them this victory, that 1-2, gives the team real hope and real kind of impetus towards hopefully another challenge next
year.
You
go into the off-season on the back of a win, it's great. Gives you a bit of a boost. Yeah, looking forward to it.
And it was almost classic Neuville, wasn't it?
Yeah, always just kind of there or thereabouts, never too far away, and then just saw the opportunity and pounced. Good for you, Thierry. It's been a rotten old year. Good to see you back winning.
Well, for me, it really was a fitting way to end the year. Rallying is all about adventure. It's all about challenges. Rally Saudi Arabia, it's been talked about for quite some time. You know, it's fair to say 6 months ago when they had the candidate event, there was an awful lot of debate about whether or not it would happen. For me, I've loved every second of this. I've loved the drama. I've loved the stages. I've loved the incredible landscapes that we've seen out there. Most importantly, I have loved the Saudi Arabian people who have made us feel so welcome here. They've made us feel so comfortable. Their hospitality has been remarkable. And the Saudi Arabians who have worked on this event have put in a shift. And they've done it with a real joy,
But
David.
I think as well as that, you've got to say a big congratulations to the FAA task force.
Absolutely.
And to the WRC promoter, that the effort that they've put in since that candidate event. But you're right. I mean, the road building that's gone on, the service park has been absolutely one of the
first
absolute
class.
best. Not many people here. That's another story for another day. But yeah, it's been great. And it absolutely has delivered.
But David, we've had all of that right through the season, right from at the get-go in Monte Carlo way back in January.
Remember our live in Monte Carlo? We've gone all the way through. We're the only ones. We've been every round, all 14 rounds, all year, from Monte Carlo to Saudi Arabia. What a journey it's been.
Yeah, not just this year, David. We are, not to blow our own trumpets, but we are the only media agency that have covered this championship on consecutive rounds, every round since COVID in 2020. And, you know, I think there's a lot that we can personally be proud of in all of that.
100%.
We've told the stories.
We have.
We really have told the stories.
Should we have a bit more emotion? Should we have a hug? Let's have a hug.
You're a bit hot and sweaty with that jumper. It has been a wonderful journey. And do you know what? The journey wouldn't be half as satisfying as it has been without you. Without you, our DirtFish audience, our DirtFish followers, our DirtFish friends. You make this job so worthwhile. Your interaction, your comments, you know, the arm that they put around us occasionally.
It's amazing.
It really is absolutely humbling. We thank you all for that. It really has been a wonderful journey so far with DirtFish, and this year has been an exceptional journey. We look forward very much to an off-season. It's not a long off-season.
6 weeks, 7 weeks,
6
see
or
you
7
Monte.
weeks. There is plenty of rallying to come in that period, and Club DirtFish clearly will be absolutely on it, David, for the next 6 or 7 weeks. So if you haven't again signed up yet and you want your fill of rally action between now and Monte, Club DirtFish, there is the link. Folks from everyone in the DirtFish team, from the UK-based media team to the Seattle-based DirtFish Rally School team, we thank you all. We thank you all for joining us, for making things just so wonderfully joyous in terms of the job that we do. We've appreciated every moment of your time. We will see you all again very shortly. How many weeks?
7.
7 weeks in Monte Carlo. See you all there.